Yep, on top of a mountain. Literally, my phone is on a rock. I just ascended up this mountain. And I want to talk to you about something today. So my name is Jennifer Luddington. I am known as Jen the Generator, and I am a high performance mindset and health coach. And I help people generate the power to free themselves from their own lies so that you can learn to blow up your beliefs instead of blowing up your life. And I love working with really driven, high-performing go-getters, women that, are really hustling hard, but they might have forgotten about who they really are, right? Like their true essence. They might have forgotten how to connect fully, I also love working with the B-type woman who, is still really driven, but maybe she's behind the scenes. Maybe she has forgotten how to use her voice. Maybe she has forgotten all of her confidence. Maybe she's been silenced, right? Those are the two type of women that I love working with. And today I want to tell you about this post I made. So I was thinking about it on my way ascending up this mountain. And I wanted to talk to you about it because I realized something really valuable for you. So if you're ready to really dive into this with me and learn about how my adversity really fueled my ascension and to who I really get to be, listen up. So you guys, my story is rough. It's like a rough story. And I had somebody tell me the other day that I was a survivor. And I am not a survivor. I'm not a survivor because to me, that's just not powerful enough. Like to me, that doesn't explain my true story. And, I think we all go through adversity. And, my adversity is what fueled my ascension, living into this life that I am now. And the reason why I created this She Ascends program that I'm going to tell you about in a minute. But first, I'm going to tell you about this. So what I learned through all of this is that, all of these different ups and downs that I was going through, all of the crazy shit that was happening, living like a total lie, an imposter, being afraid of everything, being scared to be seen for who I was, like living as a single mom and trying to understand how to make it work, crying myself to sleep at night on my pillow. And I know a lot of you can relate to that, right? Like I remember going into my car at times and I was so desperate. I was so alone. I was so ridden with shame. I was so upset with who I'd allowed myself to become, living into someone else's values, living into someone else's external beliefs of what I had to do, who I had to be, that I would go in my car and I would get so overwhelmed, so frustrated, so angry that I would literally hold onto my steering wheel and scream, turn up the radio really loud and scream. And, I didn't know how to get myself out of it. It was like this vicious, nasty cycle of like eating disorders and shame and guilt and expectations that people had on me. And I was trying to make everything look really good. Like I was an absolute Pollyanna. I had that game down. I was like Pollyanna doll, right? All the time. And I didn't understand why I couldn't, let go of all of that, let go of all of it so I could really live into who I was meant to be. And then I finally figured it out. There was nothing wrong with me. I wasn't broken. There was nothing wrong. I wasn't stupid like I told myself I was. I wasn't unworthy. I wasn't unlovable. I wasn't unattractive. I wasn't all of those things. I wasn't any of that. I wasn't any of that. But I thought I was. And I told myself I was. And I put on this front that I wasn't for years, living a lie. And it caused me so much shame and guilt that it led me down a path of destruction. Massive bulimia, massive anorexia, overexercise, things that cost me my health and cost me my relationships. They cost me my connection with my daughter. They cost me moments that I'll never get back with her. And I thought something was wrong with me because I couldn't do all the things, like all the things that were out there, all the self-help, all the mindfulness, all the meditation, all the freaking retreats, all the workshops, all the goddamn books I read did nothing for me. I couldn't get it. There was no breakthrough. Everyone was having breakthroughs. I was like, where's my breakthrough? What's wrong with me? And when I finally figured it out, after all these years, I finally freaking figured it out. And it was the one thing that was the most simple thing. And when I knocked that domino over, when I knocked it over, you guys, I finally found my freedom and my voice. I finally found fulfillment, not just happiness. I found joy. I ascended. I wasn't a victim any longer. I wasn't a survivor. I don't like that word. I was an ascender. I ascended through that adversity. And we all can. I can. That means you can. And that's what I did. I created something that worked for me, and I put it into a fun little package. It's a 21-day challenge that I'm doing starting in September. And I put together a wait list because I'm taking a small amount of people to come into the challenge, and I'm going to teach them the thing in this 21-day challenge, the foundation, so that you can ascend into your actual values, so that you can actually live into your vision and not be sucked into someone else's external expectations of what you should be doing. Instead, I'm going to teach you how to live in alignment so that you can feel that joy, you can feel that fulfillment, and you can break free. So the waiting list is open now. I just opened it. And when you get on that waiting list, you get first access to when the card opens next Monday. So when you're on the waiting list, you're going to get, early access to the Facebook community where we're going to be doing Q&As in there with me. We're going to get you set up really tight, and it's going to be really fun. And then you get first access into the actual registration. It's priority access. And then I'm going to give you a special little gift, which I'll tell you about later this week. So if you guys want to share this, I would love it. If you're interested in the program, I would love to have you take a look at it. You can go to the link I'm going to pop here in a minute, or you can go to my Facebook cover page, and there's a link right there. But I wanted to share that with you this morning after I was hiking up this mountain, because it was a great metaphor for going through the hard shit so that you can get to the good shit. And I finally figured out how to do that and trust myself. And I want you to do the same. All right, guys, if you know where to find me, jenniferluddington.com. It's got all my social handles and all of my stuff there. And if this video is valuable for you and you really liked it, please go ahead and share it. And if you don't, that's okay too. But if it meant something to you, put it out there. It'll be fun. All right, you guys, I'll see you soon. Friday, actually, I'll see you Friday morning, 9:30 a.m. I'll probably be in my office, not on top of a mountain, but you never know.